Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing an honest review for Contact Music Festival. I've been going to Contact for a very long time now. I think this is my 4th or 5th Contact. Hello Maxie! Okay, there's a husky that I'm dog sitting for a whole week. Let's say hi to him for a second. Just right there. He's so cute. Hello Maxie! Anyways, there's a lot to say about this event. Definitely very different from the previous years. But anyways, I'll explain more in the video. And if you haven't done so yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want more music festival content. And also comment down below, what events are you excited for 2023? And also give this video a thumbs up afterwards so you can get me into the algorithm. Anyways, let's get to the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is ticket pricing. Okay, we all know if you are from Vancouver, tickets are just hella expensive. And again, it's not like, you know, the entertainment businesses or companies' fault. Again, inflation is just so crazy around the world right now. So reality right now, everything's just expensive, period. Probably killing a lot of businesses. It is what it is. But anyways, single day passes were $115.95 plus service fees, but luckily my friends and I, we just pretty much split the 2-day tickets, and then we all paid like less than $100 each for the single days. And then 2-day passes were $169.95 plus service fees, and then VIP single tickets were $185.95 plus service fees, and lockers were $60 plus like extra service fees. I'm not too sure, I didn't really buy lockers this year. I actually have never bought a locker, but I know most of the time back in the day before the pandemic hit, lockers were about $50 or so. Quite expensive, and the lockers are really, really tiny. Here's a little bit glimpse of the locker area. It's really, really small. Again, you can't even fit that many things. I remember back in the day, we would all try and fit our stuff into one person's locker, but like, honestly, not a good idea because it's not even that roomy. But anyways, that is ticket pricing. All right, next topic is wristband. Okay, this is the one thing that is really getting to me now. Yeah, this is the first Contact with no wristbands, and it's quite sad. It was pretty much the same thing as Faded, where there's no wristbands. Again, their excuse, well, at Faded anyways, their excuse was that it's to help the environment, but low-key, it probably isn't. Low-key probably is to save money. It's really sad that now music festivals here don't even give out wristbands. And in my opinion, I feel that wristbands are a great souvenirs for after the music festival. And it's just so crazy to say, like when they said that, oh, it's for environmental reasons. And honestly, like people at music festivals, they love to keep their wristbands for that souvenir and memories. Like I've kept all of my wristbands. I've never even seen any of my friends like, oh, take off the wristband and like throw it away on the ground. I've never seen that. It's all about keeping the wristbands for memories, honestly. And people are really good about trading wristbands as well, when some people even lose their wristbands. So I think it's BS when they say environmental friendly reasons. Again, COVID is just causing a lot of businesses here in Vancouver to kind of just go downhill, and that's what I'm pretty much seeing with Blueprint right now. It's kind of sad. Right, so the next thing I'll be talking about is transportation. Is there transportation to getting to the venue? Unfortunately, here in Vancouver, our music festivals are so small that they don't really offer like shuttles or anything like that. How to get to the venue are by taking the transit, Uber, taxi, or you personally can drive. That's pretty much it for transportation. Again, no shuttles, not a really big, huge music festival like how Americans do it. So obviously, no shuttles, you have to find your own way to get to the festival. And then the venue, lineup, or entrance. The venue was, you know, your typical Contact if you've been there before, but if it was your first time, great. The venue for day one, definitely the lineup. For day one, the line was really, really short. For me, like I'm so used to Contact having like long ass lineups and, you know, like fences up just to organize the lines. But you know, this is the first empty Contact. Like I say empty because it used to be so busy. I know a lot of people that gone for the first time this year. I know it for you guys, it's probably like, whoa, so big, so busy, great. But I think for a lot of us festival goers and ravers that have been going to these events for a very long time, I think we've all kind of seen the change from what Contact was like before versus now. Definitely very, very different, less busy, less packed. It's just, you know, I feel that it's pretty much dying here, the rave culture and raving, but I really hope that that, you know what, Faded will hopefully be good, and that we can, you know, keep supporting our businesses when it comes to music festivals, because at the end of the day, if we start, like, you know, people are no longer attending to music festivals here in Vancouver may not exist, and that would really suck, because I know, like, Vancouver is a very outdoorsy city, but, you know, it'd be nice to have a music scene out here. Music is great. Music is beautiful, and live music just is so much better than, like, listening to music on the TV or on your laptop, phone, etc. It's really nice to have a live music festival outside here as well. So let's keep supporting our businesses so that, you know, we can keep continuing having amazing festivals like how we did back in the day, even though some went bankrupt, like Pemberton and Squamish. Anyways, day 2 lineup was definitely longer. Day 2 was definitely way more busier. Again, there were no fences. It was basically just like a straight line straight to the security area. And also for both days, there was metal detectors, and the security was honestly not even that strict or anything. They were pretty lenient. I never got patted down, but some people said they got patted down. But honestly, I always love the Canadian security versus the American security. I always feel more safer in Canada compared to America. Again, like the fact that the festivals I went to last year, it just blew my mind that a lot of people like snuck things in an American music festival. Like, I kind of scared because, you know, like they have more of a gun problem down there compared to here. But, you know, like, thankful for all the hardcore, like, I guess, rules and regulations when it comes to security here. So thank you, Vancouver or Canada. You're always doing great with the security. Great job. Vendors, vendor lines, vendors, and pricing. For me, I honestly didn't check out many vendors at the event. I was really honestly focused on the music for Contact. Anyways, because we did have one friend and it was her first time going to Contact, I really wanted to try and go around the whole venue with her. We did go to different vendors' stands, but they're all pretty much the same as, you know, what you see in my American music festival vlogs. The pricing, of course, in Canadian festivals is definitely so much cheaper. We are paying Canadian dollars. And like, for example, when you buy a fan here, I think it's way cheaper than America as well. I think my friend bought a fan for like 30 bucks here. And then like when you buy it in America, you're definitely buying it with USD. And we Canadians are pretty, you know, broke. When our dollar is really low, you know, we gotta do something to save money. And then also I bought my Glover friend a Christmas present as well. I bought him gloves, and that was $24. So I feel like the items in Canada are definitely way cheaper. And also what I learned from going to multiple music festivals in 2022 as well is that, you know, so many vendors are actually from Canada. So it's really nice to be supporting all these Canadian vendors at Contact. And then it's so nice to see them again and probably in the 2023 music festival season in America. Because when I went to America, like for example ABGT, it was so nice to hear that like this one vendor place, I think it was Candy World, I don't remember, but they were also selling like fans, gloves, a lot of light up stuff, like all that, and they were Canadian. So, and they told us that. So it was really nice to know and hear that those were Canadian stores, and it's nice to always support Canadian businesses. And then also when it comes to food, I honestly didn't see any food at Contact. Did anyone see food? I don't know, someone please tell me. And then the water prices was, you know, your typical music festival price. But thankfully in Canada, our water is a little bit cheaper than America, because again, you'd be paying like $5-6 USD for American water bottles, and that is just not cool. All right, the vibes. Okay, honestly, for me, I think I've just gone to so many Vancouver events. It's very different for me now. So because I've gone to so many American and Vancouver Canadian events, there's definitely a really big difference in the music scene. In my opinion, the Vancouver scene is more about the party life and less of the music life, I feel, compared to America. Like whenever I go to a Vancouver event or music festival, I always feel that people are more like, yeah, time to party with our friends. And then when you go around and ask people like, who are you excited to see? They don't really know the artist. And I'm like, oh great, they're just like here to party. And then also like going around the festival as well, like most Canadians, I feel, don't know what plur or like rave culture is, and it's like kind of sad to hear. And I think it's just dying as well. When I started raving in 2014 and going to music festivals, I feel that the rave culture and music scene was just a little bit more better. People knew who the artists were, people were there for the music, and obviously good vibes with your friends and everyone else. There was more candy trading for sure back then, compared to now. Like, when I went to Faded, I was just so shocked that, like, you know, some people didn't know what candy was. Some people didn't even know who the artists were. And I was like, when it comes to the American events, like, it's so different, so plur. Like, I love going to American events just because they're there for the music, more plur. And like the whole culture there is just so different. It's so beautiful. And I really hope we can do that here in Vancouver as well. Because when you have more passion for music here, it just makes the scene so much better instead of like party scene all the time. And I hate that. Like, I hate when people say, oh, just going to music festivals or raves, it's just a place to party. Like, no, it's not. It's a place to enjoy the music, have good vibes, and create memories with your friends. Because at the end of the day, you're there for the music, hopefully. The vibes, again, were just so different this year for Contact. But yeah, vibes, very different. It was so shocking for my TikTok as well to hear that some people were trying to get candy trades, and it was just so devastating to hear that people were so unplur about it. Like, I don't know, again, I'm so used to the American scene compared to the Vancouver Canadian scene now, and like, it just sucks. Like, I really wish our culture music scene here was just so much better and just like America.
To add on to the vibes, actually, still kills me that no totems are allowed. It was really crazy to see that glovers were allowed to bring in their gloves, flow artists were able to bring their lights. So I think that was a plus. Good job, Blueprint, for allowing that, because I know we have so many rules and regulations here in Canada. That is why you don't see so many of rave culture stuff here in Canada, because just a lot of rules and regulations. But
all right, so the production and layout, I honestly, again, this is like my 4th or 5th Contact, and for me, like, I just thought that when it came to the stage, I was so disappointed. And I don't know if many of you guys know, but the previous stages from previous years, they were huge, like massive. Like, let me show you guys a video. Sorry if it's blurry or anything. This is from a few years back. But look at that, guys. Like, look at that. Like, the stage, like the lights, oh, just so crazy. I know now there was like 2 screens added, but it's not. You know, like for me, when I go to raves and music festivals, I try to appreciate literally everything, especially for me because I love music, and all these music festivals, I really go and try and see like the full-on thing. So when I saw the stage this year for Contact, in my honest opinion, definitely the most disappointing stage I've ever seen. But you know, it is what it is. Probably costs a lot of money, but I guess the one good thing about the production was that lots of lasers. Not too sure if it was like that before. I can't really remember a lot of it. But yeah, like, again, I was just so chapped about the stage. It's not your typical Contact stage, and I really hope that after this, it's just gonna keep going up and up so we can get the, you know, cool Contact stage again, so that, you know, other ravers in Vancouver can experience that. And the layout, I found that the layout was pretty good. Again, it was not so busy compared to other years. The layout was great. Vendors were all around on the main floor, and then I think there was one vendor outside, like near the Faded stage. That was great. Okay, now the lineup. The lineup was pretty decent. I didn't mind it. It was a great way, I feel, and a really good business move for Blueprint, just because like it had different genres of EDM at Contact, which is great. Like, there was trance, house, dubstep. It's really nice to try and get to a lot of people going to these events so we can help the business go back up. But honestly, I didn't feel disappointed, but at the same time, like, I just feel like if you put too much dubstep into the show or event, I feel like more and more people that want to go to Contact will not go, just because, like, you know, not a lot of people are into dubstep. So I feel like maybe Blueprint, like, maybe you can take a, like, learn from this experience and see what kind of music you can bring into your future events so that more people can go. But I really don't know what Vancouver is into anymore. It's EDM here's not the same anymore. I really hope you guys can bring on like the greats, big greats here, so Faded can be sick, or even bring that Faded 2020 lineup that you guys wanted to do, because that lineup probably would get like all of Vancouver coming. Was it worth it? In my opinion, Contact definitely was worth it. The reason why I say it's worth it is because the lineup was worth it. It's pretty strong, like the fact that you got Above and Beyond, Madeon, Subtronics, all in one day, like Wax Motif, James Hype, in one day. Like that's pretty crazy. And then obviously, like I think a lot of us already know, Blueprint always recycles. So like Chainsmoker coming back, Luxury. To me, day 2 was like whatever. To me, that's why I didn't bother getting tickets. But thank you, Amanda Roses. If you follow her on YouTube or TikTok, she's a gamer girl. She got me a free ticket in. Thank you so much for getting me in. That was awesome. And thank you for your friend as well. For me, I feel that American raves and music festivals are more worth it compared to Canadian raves and music festivals, just because you're paying almost like the same amount, despite like when you go to an American event, you're traveling, spending accommodations and like transportation, etc. But honestly, I feel like that's more worth it because I know America will just put on a show and like good production, whereas in Canada, you know, like you'll never know what to expect. So yeah, that's what I think for Contact 2022. Do you guys think it's worth it? I don't know. For you OGs, do you guys think it's worth it? Would I go again? This is probably the biggest question that I got after Contact. Honestly, I would only go again if there was a crazy lineup. Prime time of EDM is not the same anymore. You know, it was during like the 2012 to 2016 era. EDM genre has evolved so much, and it's just so much more like catered to ravers now rather than like everyone, I feel. But yeah, again, I would probably not go if the lineup is pretty poor. And knowing that if the music festival company Blueprint is cheaping out, probably would not go and probably just keep saving my money for American music festivals. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my honest review. I don't really have much else to say about it. What were you guys' thoughts on the event? For you ravers who have been going for a long time, like, what are your thoughts on Contact? How can Blueprint make it better? How can we make and help Blueprint make sure Faded 2023 will be a good year? Again, now we've seen the dates for Faded. It's in June, low-key. Probably a business move again to save money, because probably during in July it's more expensive. Now we're just like, in my opinion, now I'm just noticing all like, you know, seeing how the music festival scene may be dying here, and I really hope we can try and make a difference with supporting the businesses and educating the younger ones with the EDM culture, EDM music in general. And I really hope that we can continue growing the rave scene and music scene back here again, because music festivals are beautiful and raves as well, and we really don't want it to die here. We really don't. Anyways, if you enjoyed my video, again, give it a thumbs up. Sorry if I couldn't talk this video. I'm just like all over the place. And yeah, like if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, you know, like subscribe. You guys motivate me in doing things. You can find me also on TikTok. I'm doing some humorous stuff, you know, just having fun on TikTok and educating you guys as well, so you guys can get into the rave music festival world. And that's pretty much it. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.